Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do my August bullet journal monthly setup for you. If you watched my last one, you'll know that I used a traditional kind of calendar layout. I will link to that video now so you can go and watch it if you haven't seen it already. I wanted to do a similar kind of thing this month, but I wanted the squares for each day to be bigger. In the July setup they were 5x5, but this month I wanted to try out 7x7. If you use a Leuchtturm medium-sized planner, then those are the measurements that I used, but obviously you can do whatever you want. So let's get started. As you can see, I'm tracing over my pencil lines at the moment in black marker. It's kind of an arduous process, and I'm not entirely sure how I will feel about having that fourth square in from the left cut off by the center of the book. I'm not really sure how that's going to work in terms of writing. I may find it quite irritating, so we'll see how that goes over the month. It might have been a bit smarter for me to space it out slightly differently. I definitely needed bigger squares for each day because in the last month's layout I just found that the squares were a wee bit too small for writing in all the different things that I need to write in. Another difference for this month is that I'm not including a notes section on my monthly page. Generally, I find that I don't end up using the notes section at all. I tend to fill in tasks and goals, but notes themselves I generally don't fill in very much. I still want to include tasks and goals, so I've managed to fit that in down the bottom. As you can see, I'm just ruling those lines in now. The other things that I wanted to include for the monthly spread were trackers for Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook postings, and also a tracker for my blog posts as well. On the right, I'm going to be tracking Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So I've ruled a line and I'm just numbering spaces from 1 until 31, and that is going to be for each day of the month. It's pretty self-explanatory. You'll see when it's finished, and I'll be coloring in whatever days that I post on. For my blog tracker, I basically have a goal of posting twice a week on my blog. So I'm ruling out 10 different squares and I'm breaking that into 5. So week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and week 5, which is the last 3 days of August. Moving on to numbering each day, again I'm using little boxes just to highlight where I'm going to be putting in the numbers for each day. Now I'm going to work on the header for the spread. I'm using a faux calligraphy kind of font, and I'm using my black pen just to go around, and there are quite a few mistakes in this, so So for my colours this month, I was thinking about doing a kind of a grey and yellow sort of theme. So I'm going ahead to put the names of the days of the week up above the calendar, and I started off using yellow and I just wasn't showing up very well and I didn't like it, so I thought I would go over it with my grey pen. Now I'm just ruling a few more lines around the tasks and goals areas. Apologies about the book being on an angle at the moment. I do fix it a little bit later, but I am very sorry. So I'm just going over and doing the yellow on top of the tasks and goals. And now I'm going in and doing the blog posts header. Okay, now that all of the pencil lines have been rubbed out, it is time to color in the header. So I'm starting off with a silver pencil, and then I'm going to be kind of using like a gradient sort of method to go over the top of that with yellow. I'm also colouring in each date with yellow as well, just to highlight it a little bit more. As you can see on the blog post tracker, I've just crossed out the second square in week 5 because I won't be posting a blog post on that day, since it will technically be week 1 of September. Now I'm going to start filling in my calendar just with different events and stuff. I ended up using a kind of a little system distinguish between different kinds of events or birthdays or appointments and stuff, so it's pretty similar to the usual bullet journal key. A dot symbolizes something that I need to do, so that's, for example, the car registration, so I can cross that out when it's actually done. A round circle, colored in or not colored in, signifies like an event or appointment, and a dash is just kind of a general note. Starting to fill in my goals now, and also filling in some tasks too. Okay, so this is basically the August calendar type spread done. This is pretty much everything that I need to add in at the moment. Now I'm going to move on to doing my August review page. So I'm going to use the same kind of layout that I used for July. I ended up making a mistake, so the 2 boxes is just going to be a full page box that is split in 2. So as you can see, this 3rd box is a full width one, followed by another split box, and then another full width one down the bottom. I'm just penciling in the header now to make sure all of the letter spacing and stuff is okay. Going over that with black pen as I did on the previous page for the monthly spread. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a yellow felt tip pen and I'm going to put the headers in for each of these different boxes. The first one is accomplished, the second popular, then I've got learned, works, doesn't work, and to improve. I'm going over that again with a black pen just to make the heading a little bit clearer. After rubbing out the pencil lines, I'm going to go in and do the gradient coloring with the yellow and grey again. This time I'm starting with the yellow pencil first, and then I'm going over it with the grey. Okay, so that concludes the review page, and that's pretty much all I'm doing for my August setup, is just the whole monthly log calendar layout and then the August review page on the other side. I'm not super pleased with the color scheme. I don't really like it that much, but it will do. I can live with it. I don't really want to change it, so yeah. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, and yeah, I will see you again really soon. Bye!